Oh, we're working. So, yeah, if you've seen the other videos, when I'm doing this, I'm doing it normally in the kitchenette area. I'm in the old workshop, if you remember the old videos, the original lockdown workshop building. We're in it now. The intention was always to be able to do bikes in here, but just the clean stuff. Okay, swapping tubeless tyres out isn't exactly clean, but I mean, when I say mucky stuff, I mean like stripping lawnmowers to pieces, you know, resurfacing forks and things like that. But this stuff, you know, basic bike stuff, you know, particularly road bikes, they should be clean enough to do in here, and I've got most of the kit down here. The intention was always to use this as part of the thing and drag it out, so I cleaned it off and we've got it out. I'm going to look a little bit more professional. So today's video, we finally got round to it. I'm going to sort out my tyres. So I've got a few to do. I've got 4 to do in total. This first one is going to be a conversion from tubed to tubeless. This is a Campagnolo Zonda wheel set. It is probably about 8 years old. And it comes, it claims to be tubeless ready. It doesn't actually say anywhere on the rim, which is interesting because I thought it did, but it definitely says so on the instructions I got with it, that it is a tubeless ready rim. And you'll be able to see why in a minute. I'm just trying to have a look, see if there is anything on the rim. Rim wears with use, checks through. No, can't see anything where it says tubeless ready. Somebody's plinging at me. Right, anyway, let's get this one off. It has got a tube in it that's got slime in it, which is why the valve's at the top. And that's why it's sticking into. These are cord too, so you can actually take the cores out of these to refill the slime if you need to. So they're quite a useful inner tube to have. These are Continental Ultra Sport tyres. I've had them for quite a while. They are starting to get a bit on a bit. They've not done as much mileage as I would like, but one thing, talk to camera. One thing I'm noticing is that the quality of the rubber on some of these tyres, particularly these Continentals, does tend to degrade over a period of time. So, and a lot shorter than I remember. So, you know, you've got tyres that are like 3 years old that are starting to decay around the sidewalls and crack up. It's not so much of an issue for a tubed tyre, but if you're running tubeless, as you'll see in a minute on my summer bike, it can be a bit of an issue. Because the last thing you want is a blowout on a tubeless. Anyway, right, let's get this. Let's get these off, and we can show you what the crack is. Come on. These are foldable tyres. I managed to do that. Right, let's get that off. Should just hook over now. Get that off. Just swallow that out of the way. So let's see if you can see what I'm trying to show you now. Come on, focus. Right, I don't know if you can see that. You can see there is no holes. Right, so potentially these are tubeless ready. Now they have a little bit of a ridge that you're supposed to get the tyre up onto, and they've got a good hook. So I'm hoping these are going to be fairly straightforward to fit. And what have I bought for these? So given that we've had so much success with these, on my Holdsworth winter bike, it's a Holdsworth, I know, right, check this out. This is how flipping sad I've got now. I'm using a Holdsworth Pro Light Tour de France frame. And when I say Tour de France frame, it is one of the frames that was from the Tour de France. So they got a lot of the gear left over at Planet X from the Tour de France team that they were running, and they sold a load of the frames off that they'd not used. So it is one of the Tour de France team frames. It's the Super Pro Light frame, and I'm using it as a winter bike. Yeah, it's got some issues, as you'll have seen on some of the other videos. But anyway, so we've got a Campag wheel. I'm going to be using these tyres. These are genuine Giant Gavia AC1s. So they're a little bit more of a heavy duty tyre. They've got quite a decent tread on them as well for the winter. And they're supposed to be quite tough. Now, I've had really good experiences so far with these tyres. So I'm not expecting any issues with these. It's just that I'm going to be using them on a system that's not Giant, so we'll see how that goes. Weirdly, I cannot get the Giant tyres I need for the Giant bike, so I've had to buy something different for them, which you'll see shortly. Now I'm going to shut up and just crack on with this and only talk when I need to, because I need to speed this up because I've got somebody coming for a bike fit and a turbo sort out in a minute. And I appear to have lost my box of bits. It's here. Right, so this is a muck-off conversion kit, and in the conversion kit comes a load of valves. So what we are going to do is, hopefully, these valves will work and the right way. So I'm going to go for a valve rubber that's very similar to the ones that's on the Giant. So I'm going to use, rather than use one of these cone ones, I'm going to have a go at using something else. I'm going to use that one. So this should sit into the channel. Don't know if you can see that. Come on, focus. So it's that kind of shape. So it should drop into the hole and then seal it. It gives you a better sealing area than you get with the cone ones. So we'll see how we go with this. We can always swap it out if it doesn't work, because this is a bit trial and error. I'm looking at that and looking like it looks like a fairly good fit, that, so we'll go with that. Now, unfortunately, with this kit, there's no bit that sits against the on the Giants. There's usually a bit that sits against the rim. The valve's quite short as well, so I'm hoping that's long enough. It looks like it might be long enough. But these are one of the shorter ones, so yeah, I think we'll be alright with that. So let's get the tyre on now. Direction of travel is that way round, so it's going to be that way. Come on, don't be awkward. Now again, like the other one, you've got to make sure you get this down the outside of that. So it's down the outside of that bit, and if it doesn't look like it's going to fit, we've got problems. We might have to switch to the other one. Is it going? This is usually the issue you get with these, is it doesn't quite sit where it's supposed. Actually, it does look like we've got it in there. It's whether or not this one goes in as well. And let me just slacken this off, and no, I don't really want to do that. So we've had this problem before where you can't get I can't get the bead to go into the right place that I need it to go, because of the way the tubes are. There's a metal flange that presses down on the bit. I on the rubber sealing component of it, and if you don't get it of course once you've shoved it up you can't tell where the rubber piece is. Right, I'm thinking I might be swapping that out already because I can't get that to sit properly. Actually it might have just dropped in. We'll see how that goes. If it doesn't work, we'll swap it for one of the other attachments. Or I'll be filing down the thing like we've done with the other one. Right. Yeah. Soapy washing up liquid on there again, like we did with the others. Come on. No. No. It doesn't want to go, does it? Put it on the floor. Does not want to go. I think the problem is because I've got that there, I can't squeeze it enough. So let me just pull some of this out. So I can get it a bit more of a squeeze and give me a bit more wriggle room. To get us a bit closer to it. Might need some more spoons for this. It's very close. God, it's so close. There we go, it's going now. Just wanted a little bit more persuasion. That's it, there she is. Right. Let's see if she'll take. Now my feeling is that she won't take because of that valve. It's not giving me enough clearance. Just going to pump the gas cylinder up. Can't see this. Right, spare you watching me pump that up. We'll just pull. Let's remove the core. See how we go. Oh, that's promising. Well, I never. Actually, that's not going to help me, is it? Because I need to put the slime in. Right, I think that worked. Right, so we're going to stick some slime in now. Let's see how we go with that. Right, let's see how we go with this. Trying to use up all the bits and bobs of slime we've got. Yeah, I think I've had this one open already. Right, let's stick that on the bottom of there. Now it says for road bikes you need 30 to 45, so that's fine. So we'll stick 30, that'll do. And this is where we spray gunk everywhere. Right, let's see how we go. Get it up. Now I can put this over. Oh, you! We've got goo everywhere. So much for being clean. I don't know why it wasn't coming out then. Because obviously as soon as I moved it out of the tyre, it came. Right, I need to put a bit more on that. Probably lost about 5 mil there. Obviously with this stuff, it gets absolutely everywhere. And you've got to clean it up straight away. Because if you don't, it's a nightmare. Right. So you can suck some up. Put a tad more in. I'll make up for what we lost. Oh, now it decides to get stuck. Oh, there we go. Right. Good, good, good. Let us, right, I need to just give that another charge up. We'll use it again. Clean up the goo. God, I really did goo everywhere, didn't I? Got some more traces back. Right, let's charge this up again. So, charged up, 120 psi again. Let's hope we get a successful inflation. That sounds pretty good. Shut that down. Right, let's get this off. Get that one primed and ready to go. Get my finger ready. Gonna shoot glue everywhere now. Yep, that's what I said. How come we didn't do that the other day? Oh. There is literally pink goo everywhere. It's all the way up there. It's up the door. Oh God, I hate this stuff. Right, I don't know why it's blasting out. I mean, I'd normally put the valve to the top, but I think on the last ones I've had the valve out. Yeah, I kind of lost that battle there, didn't we? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go pumping it up. If I can't pump it up, I will. In fact, I'll give it a hit. I'll give it a hit with this. See if I can get this to take it. Because this is a. I can shove a lot more in with this one. Well, that looks good. Well, looks like we've got some pressure. It's holding. Can't hear it pissing out anywhere. Let's just shut that off, and then we'll get the foot pump on it. So that's actually giving it an air shot, even with the valve in, which doesn't always work. As you can hear, it's blowing out now, but I'm not sure whether that's what's in the pipe or what's. Oh, pulled the flipping valve out. Oh, that didn't go to plan, did it? Because I was rushing because somebody was on the phone. I didn't tighten the valve up properly, so I've just pulled the valve out. This isn't going well. This was supposed to be a quick one. So let's have another go. Right, I'm going to stick this on the pump now, see if I can get it to go up. You won't be able to see this, it's behind here. Right, that didn't work, so we're going to have another go with the shocker. Right, so we can get it out now without undoing the valve. So we've cracked it. Right, usual drill. Wang this stuff all over the place. Just hope we haven't got any leaks. Where's the valve gone? Now it's the valve on this one that I'm most worried about because right, let's have a look at that. Move that out of the way. Goo just spirals out of control. It's literally everywhere. That's even here. So I just need to do that up. Looks like we might be alright. So we'll give it the normal 24-hour sit test and see what happens to it. But I'm not seeing anything that's suggesting we've got any leaks. These, despite the absolute mess I've just made and looking like a right-hand fisted fool, these tyres are actually really good. We'll stick a bit more pressure in them. I'll stick them up to 90 psi, which is what I normally run road tyres at, and then we'll we'll see how we go from there and see if it stays up, and I'll let you know how it goes. Like I said, I've got them to do over there as well. Now road ties are harder. They don't stay up on the bead, especially if you haven't got a really pronounced bead lip. So some of them have got a channel that runs either side, and the bead jumps over and onto the channel, and so that they'll stay on. But road ties are notoriously difficult. They will just drop off the bead. That's why generally if you've lost your pressure on a road tie, you're stuffed. You've got more chance of getting a thicker 28 on than you have a 24 or a 23. I think these are 24s. So I'm just going to stick a bit more pressure in, and then we will see if we develop any leaks. So sometimes you'll find at low pressures, maybe 60 psi, you won't get any leaks. It's only when you go up to, we are on 60, it's only when you go up to your full operating pressure, which, like I said, I tend to run these tubeless at about 90 on a 25. I'd normally run the 25 tubed at 100, so it's a little bit less. If I'm on a bad surface, I'll probably run a bit lower than that. I could have done with, it was greasy the other day, I could have done with running a lower one the other day. Right, so that's that. Just give it another quick dusting with the soapy water, and then we will see how that goes. Like I said, I'm not seeing any signs that we've got any leaks. I'm not seeing anything bubbling out. You'd normally see fuzz coming. So I think they've sealed really well. So I'll stick that down there. We've got another one to do. I'll do a little bit of a clean up and then we'll crack on with it, and I'll do that as a time lapse. I'll just bring you back for a minute. It's absolutely whizzing out of one of the expansion holes, which indicates that I've not got a good seal around the valve. So I'm just going to tighten the valve up a bit more, just make sure that's in place. If not, we're going to have to take the tyre off and go and investigate further. But that's generally what it means. It looks okay. We'll give it another go. Right, let's have another go. Still peeing out of that hole. I've just taken a whole load of slack out of that, so it wasn't seated right. The problem is I might have to undo it, push it back in again to get it past the bead of the tyre. These valves really aren't very good, the muck-off ones. I know I swear by muck-off, and I'll be honest, it's not really a criticism because they're all like that. I bought a couple of new valve stems to replace ones that have perished or gone wrong, and I'll be honest, they're all exactly the same. They've got a flange on, and the flange needs to be like a T-section rather than a round, because the round stop, particularly on these on road tyres, it stops the bead from getting seated in proper. You can't get it past the metal flange. I'll try and show you what I mean in a minute. I think I've got an old giant one kicking around somewhere. So what I've done in the past is I've actually trimmed the edges off with a file so the bead can get past it. Thought we were going to be alright with these, to be honest, because these are a slightly better shape than some of the others. So, see how it goes this time. Are you still recording? Good. If it comes through this time, we are going to have to take the tyre off. No, it's still coming. It's not seating. I need to see what's happening with that. So I'll bring you back, I'll have a look at it. As soon as I turn the camera off, it's decided to seal. So that is up. It's on the rim, it's holding pressure. So all we've got to do now is put the slime in. So back onto speedy time again. Right, so it's gone up. Sorry, that was a bit of a faff, that one. But it just shows you that understanding how the tyres works can save you a lot of hassle. It did actually end up nipping back. I didn't have to take the tyre off. So it obviously just wasn't quite orientated. I must have knocked it, but it's seated now. It's got a good decent shaft length in there, so I'm not concerned. We'll give them the sit test. I did think I've got a little bit of bleeding coming through the walls, but I'm not sure if that is or not. I think it's just where the foam's coming up. There's a bit there as well. The best way to do is just wipe it off with your hand and then see if it comes back. Right, I'm seeing some little spots, so I think we've got some imperfections in the sidewall, which was unusual for these tyres. There's no way I've overinflated them, because that can cause it to happen if you've overinflated them. These tyres are rated for 125 psi, so the shock canister was only set to 110. So the maximum we could have put in here was 110, and you'd lose a bit of pressure across the two systems anyway. So 120 in there, when you shock a tyre, probably drops it down to 100 or 90 anyway. So, or possibly even less. So if you think about it, you've got a very similar volume in there as to what you've got in here. So you're halving the pressure when you put it in here, so it could be a lot less. But anyway, we'll see how they go. I'm hoping they'll work, because this is the bike I'm taking on holiday with me. We'll have to see how we go. So we'll put them into the tyre holding area. There's even pink goo down there. I've just been to clean it off the wall. There was pink goo up there on the wall, literally everywhere. So, but anyway, that's a whole pile of stuff off my to-do list now. We've got that one done. I just need to go and clean everything up now, and then we'll crack on with the other ones. So we'll do that on the same video. So this is how to convert a set of tubeless. Okay, I've not done the taping, but we didn't need to on these. And we'll fit a new set of tyres to them as well, and hopefully they'll go nice and easy. More skinny wheels again. It's definitely the skinny and the really fat wheels that cause most of the problems. There's pink everywhere I look. There's pink goo. You can't see it's all on the floor down here as well.